Right. All right. So look, right now we're working on S6. All right. Finding the slope and the y-intercept. So basically what we're working on is helping you find the slope and the y-intercept whenever you have everything spelled out for you in the slope intercept format. So here's the slope intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. All right, the m is the slope, and the b in this equation is going to be the y-intercept. And so we're going to actually just kind of plug numbers in the whole time that we're dealing with this thing. We're going to end up plugging numbers in. So here's something that I want to kind of remind you. When you're dealing with the slope is always a fraction. The top of the fraction is either going to be going up or down in terms of movement. And the bottom of the fraction for slope is always going to be going to the right. So if we have 3 over 2, then that's actually up 3 to the right 2. Now, the other thing that might happen is it might be, oh yeah, it just might be a negative 3, and that'll be down 3 and to the right 2. Okay, so keep that in mind. It might be up or it might be down, and the other side is going to the right. It's either up or down and then to the right. So, so let's look at this problem, and it says find the slope of the line y equals 3x plus 3 over 2. Now, if we look at this slope intercept form, we can see that we have the 3x, just like the mx, which is the slope and then the x, plus the y-intercept. So the y-intercept here is 3 over 2. The slope of the line is going to be 3. So you'll write in 3. Now it says you can simplify your answer and write it as a proper fraction. A proper fraction was going to have a numerator and a denominator. So if you want to write it as a proper fraction, the answer would be 3 over 1. Because whenever you have a slope, it's a fraction. So actually, there's a 1 right here. There's a little 1 that you have to tell yourself in the head. There's a little fraction, and that's a 1. So as a proper fraction would be 3 over 1. And as an integer, it would just be 3. So your answer is going to be 3 in this case, okay? We did that one correct. Let's move on to the next one, all right? So looking at the format, the slope intercept format, 7 over 2x, which is our slope, and it's already a fraction. 7 over 2 says 7 up to the right 2, all right? So find the slope of the line, 7 over 2. So we're going to type in 7 forward slash, which is kind of like a fraction piece, 2. All right, that's going to be the answer. Let's do this one. Find the y-intercept of the following equation. This is an equation. Simplify your answer. 6 over 1. Ooh, I think I gave you the goods. I think I gave you the answer already. Once again, whenever you see slope, it's always a fraction. This is really 6 over 1. But the most simplest form is simply going to be a 6. So the simplest form is just going to be a 6. Wow, oh, but look at what I did. I made a mistake. I wasn't paying attention. Maybe some of you caught my mistake. Find the y-intercept. It didn't ask for the slope. It asked for the y-intercept. So here is the y-intercept in the equation. So here is the y-intercept in this equation. So if you would have answered 6, like I almost did, you would have been wrong. The correct answer will be 3. All right, so one of the things that we always have to do is make sure we read the directions. So Let's continue. Find the y-intercept. What is the problem asking for? Y-intercept. Okay, so that's the slope, 1/5. Good. And now the y-intercept is right here, 6/5. Okay, so what are you going to do? You were going to write in 6/5, or you're going to type it in. And that would have been the correct answer. So I'm going to let you figure this one out yourself. So this is the slope-intercept equation form. Y equals mx plus b. We know that m is always a fraction, and that's going to be the slope. We know that the y-intercept is going to be in this area. It's going to be b. All right. As a matter of fact, this says find the slope of the line. 1/2 is the y-intercept. I'll let you figure it out. And if you figure it out, I think you can do the rest of S.6, and you'll understand pretty easily how to identify the slope of a line. Okay? And I want to end by reminding you of something. Okay? So whenever we're looking at a slope, this is a positive slope. It starts on the left and it goes up on the right. It's a positive slope. This is a negative slope. Starts high on the left and drops down on the right. It's a negative slope. This is a undefined slope. You know, you've seen me write UN for undefined. That's an undefined slope. It's a vertical line. And then this is our horizontal line. All right. We call this a zero slope. So we have a positive slope, a negative slope, a zero slope, and an undefined slope. Positive, negative, zero, undefined. So if you have a positive number on your slope, then it's going to slope up. If you have a negative number on your slope, it's going to slope down. And if you can remember that, you're good to go. If you can remember that, you are good to go. Okay? So since you're good to go and make grades. Make the grades that'll make you happy. Peace.